ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थविद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
नत्वा
श्रीभारती
श्रीभारतीतीर्थविद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीं कैवल्यपदसिद्धये।
अधीमहे
पञ्चदशीं कैवल्यपदसिद्धये।
द्वैतविवेकप्रकरणम् श्लोक नंबर 8। जगदौ व्याकृतं पूर्वमासीत् व्याक्रियताधुना।
जगदव्याकृतं पूर्वमासीत् व्याक्रियताधुना।
दृश्याभ्यां नामरूपाभ्यां विराडादिषु ते स्फुटे।
नामरूपाभ्यां स्फुटे
विरान्मनुर्नराघावखराश्वाजावयस्तथा। पिपीलिकावधिवद्वन्द्वमिति वाचसनेयिनः।
पिपीलिकावल्लीवम्
पिपीलिकावल्लीवम्
इति
इति
वाजसनेयः
वाजसनेयः
कृत्वा रूपान्तरं जैवं देहे प्राविशदीश्वरः
कृत्वा रूपान्तरं
रूपान्तरं
दैवं
दैवं
देहे
देहे
प्राविशदीश्वरः
प्राविशदीश्वरः
इति ताश्रुतयः प्राह जीवत्वं प्राणधारणात्
इति
श्रुतयः
ताश्रुतयः
प्राहो जीवत्प्राणधारयात्
जीवत्प्राणधारणात्
चैतन्यं यदधिष्ठानं लिङ्गदेहश्च यः पुनः
चैतन्यं
चैतन्यं
यदधिष्ठानं
यदधिष्ठानं
लिङ्गदेहश्च यः
लिङ्गदेहश्च
पुनः
पुनः
चिच्चाया लिङ्गदेहस्थात् तत्सङ्घो जीव उच्यते
चित्ताया
छाया लिङ्गदेहस्तात्
लिङ्गदेहस्तात्सङ्गो
तत्सङ्घो
जीव
जीवदेव
उच्यते
उच्यते
Up to this we saw. ईश्वरः जैवरूपं रूपान्तरं कृत्वा देहे प्राविशत् सूक्ष्मशरीरे प्राविशत् in the form of jiva. Ishvara in the form of jiva enters ityukte रूपान्तरं देहे प्राविशत् रूपान्तरं कृत्वा देहे प्राविशत् इत्युक्ते कः अर्थः चैतन्यं चित् अथवा चैतन्यचितः सूक्ष्म शरीरे अंतःकरणे सूक्ष्म शरीरे अंतःकरणे चैतन्यस्य प्रतिबिंबः रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ चित इन द सूक्ष्म शरीर which is called चिदाभासा आभासा अथवा प्रतिबिंब चैतन्य that is जीवः तदेव अनुप्राविशत् तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेव अनुप्राविशत् अनुप्रविश्य अतः जीवः कः इति पृच्छेत् चैतन्यं यत् अधिष्ठानं लिङ्गदेहश्च यः पुनः चिच्चाया लिङ्गदेहस्था तत्सङ्घः जीवः तत्सङ्गः समूहः जीवः इति उच्यते यत् अधिष्ठानम् अधिष्ठानचैतन्यम् अधिष्ठानचैतन्यं बिम्बचैतन्यम् इत्यर्थः लिङ्गदेहः सूक्ष्मशरीरम् चिच्चाया लिङ्गदेहस्था चिच्चाया the chaitanyam which is reflected in the sukshma shariram chidabhasa athava pratibimba chaitanyam these three put together is called jivaha iti uchyate tat sangaha samogaha jivaha iti uchyate therefore jiva is chaitanyam plus sukshma shariram plus chidabhasa. We saw in the last class. In this chit, the chaitanyam is paramartika. Chidabhasa and lingadegaha is vyavakharika satyam. Sadhisthana chaitanyam is paramartika. So as though Ishvara entered into jiva, entered into a deha and obtained everything is as though Eva. So jivatvam, that's why jivatvam is mithya. Mithyatva jivaha brahma eva na aparaha iti. भागत्याः लक्षणया जीवः ब्रह्म एव इति उच्यते. So adhishtanam, there are two words we use. One is adhishtanam, other one is adhara. There's some significant differences there. So where there, this superimposition, this adhyasa, adhyaropa is not possible. That is adhishtanam. Where it is possible, this adhyaropa, superimposition, then that is called adhara. Here in the Tikakara, you can see Chaitanyam iti yat adhishtanam lingadeha kalpana adhara bhutam Chaitanyam asti iti. So Chaitanyam adhisthana Chaitanyam lingadeha kalpana adhara bhutam. Lingadeha kalpana adhara bhutam. The subtle body, Sukshma Shariram, it is Kalpita on the Adhara Bhutam Chaitanyam. Iti. Here it is used. Etadishtanam Adhara, it is used the same artha, but generally Adhishtanam and Adhara has got slight difference. But Tikakara, yes, it says Chaitanyam iti Adhishtanam Lingadeha Kalpana Adhara Bhutam. It is Adhara for the Kalpana, for superimposition of the Lingadeha. That's Adhara Bhutam, he says. Yata Chaitanyam asti yascha tatra kalpitaha lingadegaha lingadehe this vartamanaha chit abasaha chidabasaha tesham sangaha jivaha iti uchyate. So jiva is what is said. Now, from the next shloka onwards, the author Dhyarnya Muni, he will introduce Maya Yaha Shakti Dvayam, the two Shaktis of Maya, Vikshepa Shakti and Avarana Shakti. Vikshepa Shakti and Avarana Shakti, Maya Yaha Shakti. Instead of using the word Vikshepa Shakti here, the author Dhyarnya Muni will use Nirmana Shakti. Nirmanaha ityukte srishti, creation. Nirmana, construction, creation, producing. Maya as this Shakti, Nirmana Shakti, and Moha Shakti. Avarana Shakti is called Moha Shakti. Moha Shakti and Avarana Shakti, they are synonymous. Moha, the delusion. Delusion because of Avaranam. So Moha and therefore Dukkha. Yacharya will say, Maya Yaha Shakti Dvayam Tena Ishvaraha Tena Jivasya Ishvaraha to Mayavi. So therefore Maya is under the Vasha of Ishvara, whereas Jiva is Maya is under the, whereas Jiva is under the Vasha of Maya. Therefore Moha is for the Jiva. Since Jiva is the topic, Ishvara topic is over. Now Jiva is a topic. Therefore the same Shakti of Maya, which is the Vibhuti of the Ishvara, for Jiva it is Moha Shakti. Vikshepa Shakti, that is why this Srishti, the creation, Nirmana Shakti. Moha Shakti, because of which the Jivas are deluded due to Moha, due to Avarana, due to cover, veiling. It's called veiling power. So that is going to be presented. Let us read the shloka number 12. माहेश्वरी तु मायाया तस्या निर्माण शक्तिवत्
ईश्वरी
माहेश्वरी
तु
माया
मायाया
या
तस्या
तस्या
निर्माणशक्तिवत्
निर्माणशक्तिवत्
विद्यते मोहशक्तिश्च तं जीवं मोहयत्यसौ
विद्यते मोहशक्तिश्च जीवं मोहयत्यसौ
या माहेश्वरी माया इत्युक्ते उपाधिभूता माया उपाधिभूत ईश्वरस्य उपाधिभूता माया तस्याः निर्माणशक्तिवत् तस्याः मायायाः निर्माणशक्तिवत् सर्जनशक्तिवत् the power of creation वत् like the power of creation मोहशक्तिश्च विद्यते मायायाः असौ माया शक्तिः तं जीवं मोहयति असौ माया शक्तिः तं जीवं मोहयति निर्माण शक्तिः that is विक्षेप शक्तिः सर्जन शक्तिः मोह शक्तिः मोह सामर्थ्य शक्तिः इति शक्तिद्वयम् अस्ति निर्माण शक्तिवत् मोह शक्तिः अपि मायायां विद्यते मायायाः विद्यते अथवा असौ तं जीवं मोहयति two types of maya shakti one is vikshepa that is rajoguna pradhana vikshepa shakti rajoguna pradhana vikshepa shakti without rajoguna creation is not possible therefore rajas is required for srishti maya sahita brahma ishvara is the srishti karanam therefore without rajas how srishti is possible therefore rajoguna pradhana shakti vikshepa shakti nirmana shakti तद्वत् निर्माण शक्तिवत् अंध्र शक्ति power तमोगुण प्रधान शक्ति that is आवरण शक्ति otherwise called moha shakti shakti the power of concealing these are the two shaktis of the maya so maya to prakritim vidya mayinam to maheshwaram so magi is maheshwaraha under the vasha of ishvara this maya is but the same ishvara ishvarasya jivatve api prapte sati by entering into the Deha, then the same Ishvara now comes under the veil of Maya. We don't call Ishvara, we call Jiva. And the dharmas are viruddha dharmaha. Ishvara viruddha dharmaha jive pratiyante. Ishvaraha is sarvashaktiman sarvajnaha. But the same Ishvara, when it enters into the body of Jiva, then becomes alpajnaha, alpashaktiman as though. That is because of this avarana shakti of Maya. Avarana shakti cannot cover Ishvara, but it covers the Jiva. So Nirmana Shakti, Vikshepa Shakti, Vidyana Muni called it as Nirmana Shakti. Avarana Shakti is called by Vidyana Muni as Moga Shakti because it veils Jiva, therefore it is called Moga Shakti. Ishvara is not affected by this Moga Shakti. Rajoguna Pradhana Vikshepa Shakti is Bhagavan's Shakti. Moga Shakti, this Avarana Shakti is also Bhagavan's Shakti. Both the Shaktis are under his Vasha. That is why Ishvara is always free. Ishvara being all knowledge. Avarana Shakti cannot have sway over Bhagavan. Samagrasya Jnanasya Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Aishwaryasya, everything is Samagra, total. Samagrasya Jnanasya, Samagra Jnanam Ishvaraha. That is the definition of Bhagavan. Bhagaha Asya Asti iti. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashashashriyaha Jnanavairagyoschiva Shanna Bhaga Itirana. Therefore, Samagra Jnanam. In fact, that is the definition we give for Bhagavan. Therefore, how can that Bhagavan be covered by this Moha Shakti of Maya? Therefore, when we say Bhagavan is all knowledge, it means no ignorance. So, therefore, he is Asamsari, he is Nityamuktaha. Therefore, the creation, the creation is the proof of Bhagavan's Vikshepa Shakti. Ishwarasya, this Vikshepa Shakti asti, iti kasya, iti tasya, iti tasya आधारभूतेन वर्तते सृष्टिः the सृष्टि. So सृष्टि is the proof of Ishvara's Vikshepa Shakti. But the same Maya, which is an instrument in the hand of Ishvara for creation, the same Maya, when it is looked upon as Avarana Shakti, but Avarana Shakti, it covers Jiva as though, deludes Jiva. So Jiva is Maya Dinaha. Maya is Ishvara Dinaha. Therefore, Jiva suffers from Ajnana. Therefore, Moha is this Maheshwari Maya. Therefore, because of Moha Shakti, Asau Tad Maya Shakti Jivam Mohayati. Jiva is deluded. So, therefore, in Shruti also it is said, Tadeta Jadam Mohatmakam iti. Moha Shakti Mayayam Mayayaha Moha Shakti Vidyate iti. Idyapi Jivaha Ishvaraha eva Dharmaswarupaha eva Tatapi Jivaha Swarupam Ajñatva Swaswarupam na janati Ajñatva samsare samyik tarati. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan also says, Ajñanena vrtam jnanam tena mudhyanti jantavaha iti. Therefore, because of Ajnana, jantavaha jivaha mukhyanti, because of this Maya Shakti, Moga Shakti of Maya. So therefore, this Ishvara Viruddha Dharmaha, because of this Moga Shakti, Jive Drishyante, Ishvara Viruddha Dharmaha Drishyante, Kutra Mude Jive, Jivaha, who is not different from Ishvaraha, becomes as though Mudaha, and therefore the Jiva enjoys a dharma which are Ishvara Viruddha Dharmaha, Alpajnyatum, Alpashaktimattum ityadayaha. That's what Acharya here he says. So Maheshwarasya Ya Shakti Maheshwari. Maheshwara plus Anpratyaya, Tadita Pratyaya, Maheshwari. Maya Yaha Nirmanasya Shakti, Nirmana Shakti, and Vatit Pratyaya. It's indeclinable. Mahesh, Nirmana Shakti, Vat, Moha Shakti, Mohasya Shakti, Moha Shakti, Maya Yaha. Now, Tika. Nanu Ishvarasya Jivas Rupena Pravishtatve तस्य अज्ञत्व दुःखित्वादि विरुद्ध धर्मत्वं कुतः इति आशंक्य आह ईश्वरः एव जैवम् ईश्वरः रूपान्तरं कृत्वा जैवं प्राविशत्. Janamani said before, ईश्वरः सर्वज्ञः ईश्वरः रूपान्तरं कृत्वा जैव देहे प्राविशत् जैवम्. Dehe pravishat Jaivam Rupantaram, assuming the form of Jiva. So Ishvarasya Jiva Rupena Pravishtatve. If Ishvara in the form of Jiva, Pravishtatve Sati, when he has entered into Jiva, entering is reflection of Chit in as Chidabhasa in the Linga Shariram, Sukshma Shariram. That is what entry is. If Bhagavan has entered into the Jiva, Parishtatve Sati, Tasya, Kasya Jivasya, Ajñatva, Dukkhittvadi. All these are Ajnanam and Dukkha, pain, etc. All the other problems, samsara problems, all these are Ishvara Viruddha Dharmatvam, Dharmaha, Dharmavatvam. Endowed with the Dharma, the status of being endowed with Dharma, which are contradictory, which are opposite to Ishvara. Viruddha Dharmatvam, Dukkhitvadi Viruddha Dharmatvam, Ishvara Viruddha Dharmatvam. Kutaha, from where it has come upon on the Jiva iti, Ashankya, if this is doubted, then aha, Vidyaranya Manihi, aha, Maheshwari, tam iti. Maheshwari, Mayinam tu Maheshwara. Maheshwaram iti, Ukta, Shveta, Shvatropanishad we saw. Maheshwara Sambandini, Ya Maya Asti, Tasyaha, Nirmana Shaktivat, Tasyaha Nirmana Shaktivat, Jagat Starjana Samarthya But Moga Shaktischa, Mogana Samartyam Api Asti, Tare Tad Jadam Mohat Makam Iti Shutehe, Tadha Kimiti, Ataha Aha, Tam Jivam Iti. Maheshwari means Maheshwarasya Sambandhi Maheshwari, belonging to Maheshwara. Mayinam to Maheshwaram Iti Shveta Shvatra Upanishadi Uktam, as it is said in the Shruti, Maheshwara is the wielder of Maya. Mayinam Maheshwaram. Therefore, Maheshwara Sambandhini Ya Asti, associated with Maheshwara, the Ya Shakti hi Asti, that Shakti is Maya Shakti, Tasyaha Mayayaha, Moga Nirmana Shaktivat, like the power of creation, Sarjana Shakti. Sarjana is creation, Sarjana Samarthyavat, the capability to create, that is called Sarjana Samarthya. Jagat Sarjana Samarthyavan, Jagat Sarjana Samarthyavat, indeclinable. Jagat Sarjana Samarthyavat, Nirmana Shaktivat is equal to Jagat Sarjana Samarthyavat, Moga Shakti also, another Shakti, it is Mohana Samarthyam, it is capable of deluding. It has the power of veiling. Mohana Shakti api asti mayayaha vidyate. Tadetat jadam mohatmakam. Tadetat jadam mohatmakam iti Shruti Vakya. It is Shruti Vakya. Narsimha Utratapaniya Upanishad. Upanishad Vakyam. In Acharya also, Shankara Bhagavad Pada also quotes from this Upanishad. Narsimha Utratapaniya Upanishad. Shruti says that tat etat jadam iti. Maya, it is inert, jadam. It is mahatmakaha. It is of the nature of deluding. Iti shrutehe tataha kim iti tataha kim iti aha. So, what is that? That is explained. Tam jivam iti. Aso mohana shaktihi. This mohana shaktihi. This moha shaktihi. Tam purvoktam jivam. The jiva who was described before in the previous shloka. Yadadishtanam linga degascha linga degastha chichaya. That is jivaha. Tapurvoktam jivam mohayati deludes. Chidananda the swarupa jnana ragitam karoti. Swarupa of Jiva is Sachit Anandaha. Therefore, Chidananda, the Swarupa Jnana Ragitam makes a Jiva devoid of the knowledge of that himself to be Sat Chit Anandaha. Jnana Ragitam Karoti, it means makes the Jiva an Ajnani. Mokhayati is because of this veiling, Jiva becomes deluded, Ajnanavan Bhavati. Therefore, only Alpashaktivan, Alpashak, Alpashak, Shaktimatvam, etc. All these are Ishvara Viruddha, Dharmaha, due to Maya Shakti. It happens, Jiva becomes deluded. The topic is Dvaita Viveka. Because of delusion, now Dvaitam, Ishvara, Yata Ishvara Srishtam Dvaitam, Tadvat Jivena Srishtam Dvaitam Velapan. So that is the connection that author is going to say. Now the next shloka. So let us read. Tikakara says, Tataha pikimitiyaha. After that, so even so what? That is explained here in the next shloka 13. Mohadhanishatam prapya bhagno vapushishochati.
मोहादनेशतां प्राप्य
मोहादनेशतां
भग्नो
प्राप्य
वपुषिषोचति
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 ईशसृष्टमिदं द्वैतं सर्वमुक्तं समासतः
ईश सृष्टमिदं
ईशसृष्टमिदं
द्वैतं
द्वैतं
सर्वमुक्तं
सर्वमुक्तं
समासतः
समासतः.
The word Anishatam, that must ring something in our head. In Mundaka Upanishad, we saw, and here author quotes the quotes from that Upanishad, the Tikakara quotes from the quotes the Upanishad, and here the author in Vidyaranyamani indicates Vasuparna Sayuja Sakaya Samane Vrikshe Purushasvajate Samane Vrikshe Purushaha Nimagnaha Anishaya Shochati Mugyamanaha. The Vakya of the Mundaka Upanishad, instead of quoting using the entire mantra or the line, he says Anishatam. That word indicates Anishatam, Anishaya, Anishatam. Here Anishatam means Ishatam, na Ishatam, Anishatam. Na Ishaha, Anishaha. Ishaha, na Ishaha, Anishaha. Tasya bhavaha, Anishaha. It means Ishvara Binnar, Rupatvam, Rupatam. The Upanishad, it is Anishaya Shochati Mudgyamanaha. It is used. Same, that word alone, that there is an indication that it is referring to the Mundaka Upanishad. So here, the author, Vicharanamuni, he says that Ishvara Srishtam Dvaitam is concluded in this mantra. In the first line, Jiva, the status of Jiva is talked about. Mohat Anishatam Prapya Magnaha Vapushi Shochati. Then the second line, Idam Srishtam, Isha Srishtam Idam, created by the Lord. Dvaitam Sarvamuktam Samasataha. So Sarvamuktam Samasataha iti Ishvara Srishta Dvaitam is concluded. First line, if this Jiva has not been deluded by this Avarana Shakti, then what will happen to Jiva? Jiva is not Chidabhasa. Then Jiva will say, Aham Chit, Aham Brahmasmi, but he doesn't say. Therefore, but he says, in fact, quite opposite, Aham Samsari, because of Abhimana with the Shariram, because of the Tadatmya Bhava with the Shariram, the physical body. The physical body is due to karma. Karma, and therefore karma pala he enjoys by assuming the physical body. Therefore, Vapushi is Shariram. Vapushi Magnaha, because of his Abhimana with Anatma, Jivaha is Magnaha, takes Atma to be the body. Vapushi Magnaha. So Mayayaha Moksha Karna Jivaha Vimodaha Bhavati. Vapushi Magnaha Bhavati Shochati. Swasya Sachidananda Swarupam na Jnatva Vapushi Magnaha san Shochati. जीवस्य आत्मबुद्धिः नास्ति अहम् आत्मा इति बुद्धिः नास्ति अतः अनेकविधं दुःखम् अनुभवति जीवः. That's why in the Shruti says samane vrikshe purushah nimagnaha anishaya mugyamanaha shochati grieves. The vapushi mugnaha avivekena, no viveka, therefore avivekena shochati grieves. That is why ashochyanano shochastam. प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासो न गतासो च नानुशोचन्ति पंडिताः. So if Atma is Sharira Manasangata, then the Jiva has to work for the perfection of them. How long? Till the end. The whole life he has to work. So Sharira Manasangata can never be perfect. Therefore, Mohat Anishatam Prapya. Anishatam Prapya Ishvara Binna Rupatam Prapya. That is not the truth. Jiva is Ishvaraha eva. Jivaha Brahma eva na aparaha. Because of moha, it becomes helpless. Anishatam prapya mohat avarana shakti causes. Mayayaha avarana shaktihi avarana shaktya jivaha modaha bhavati causes moha. Mohat, the jiva becomes helpless. Therefore, vapushi magnaha san shochati. Jiva grieves helplessly to come out from this maya. The jiva doesn't know that aham atma nitya muktaha yuddha swarupaha iti. So therefore, jivaha mugyati iti. Up to that, then Ishvara Srishti is over. Ishvara Srishtam idam dvaitam is completed. Sarvam uktam, everything is told. Ishvarasya jagat srashtrutvam uktam, everything is told. Sarvam uktam. Samasataha Sankshepataha ityartha. Samasataha is briefly, not samasa. Samasataha briefly. Ishvara Srishtam Dvaitam Uktam. So Ishvara entered into the Jiva, then entered into the Shariram, assuming the form of Jiva. That is what entry. The Ishvara becomes Jiva. So that is the Srishti. Because of the Moha Shakti, Jiva suffers. So with this, Ishvara Srishti is talked about. Samasataha briefly. So Acharya says, Samasataha Uktam. Samasataha or Vyasat Tataha. Samasataha is briefly, not elaborately, briefly. Briefly Uktam. There are two ways of explanation. One is Samasataha, other one is Vyasataha in detail. But here, Samasataha briefly, Ishvara system, Dvaitam is explained. So briefly means it is clearly also explained. Now, having said this, from the next shloka onwards, the next shloka, that is 14 shloka to 31, Jiva system Dvaitam will be talked about. So having introduced two types of Dvaitam, up to the shloka number 12, up to the shloka number 13, Ishvara Srishtam Dvaitam is dealt with from 14 to 31st shloka, Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam. So in the next shloka, the author, based on Saptana Brahmanam, he is going to explain Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam. Before that, the Tika to this shloka. Tataha api kimiti aha. Tataha api kimiti aha. Tataha means even then. So what? That is mohayati iti purvamuktam. So what? That is explained here. Tataha iti. Mohat iti. Mohat purvoktat anishatam ishta anishta prapti pariharayoho asamartyam prapya vapushi nimagnaha sharire tadatmya abhimanam gataha shochati दुःखित्वादि अभिमानं करोति समाने विक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः इति श्रुतेः अर्थः सो मोहात् पूर्वोक्तात् मोहात् मायायाः दृष्टिशक्तिः मोहशक्तिः तया ईश्वरः मूढः भवति so maya shakti is the karanam for jiva to become deluded. Therefore ukta, that is talked about in the previous shloka. Therefore purvoktat mohat that anishatam ईश्वर भिन्न रूपताम अनिशताम इष्ट अनिष्ट प्राप्ति परिहारयोः असामर्थ्यम. Asamartyam is not able to, incapability of prapti, gaining. What? Ishta praptihi, anishta parihara. We have to connect like that. Not ishta prapti, anishta prapti. Ishta prapti, anishta pariharayoः. Ishta praptehe, anishta parihara. Ishta praptehe, anishta parihare. इष्ट प्राप्त अनिष्ट परिहारे असामर्थ्यम प्राप्य इनकेपेबिलिटी नॉट एबल टू असामर्थ्यम सामर्थ्य अभावः असामर्थ्यम प्राप्य वपुषि निमग्नः बीइंग निमग्नः सबमर्ज्ड इमर्स इन दिस शरीरम शरीरे तादात्म्य भावम गतः इट्स गॉट तादात्म्य भाव अभिमान विद शरीरम च शरीर मनसंगाता therefore गतः शोचति he grieves दुःखित्वादि अभिमानं करोति अहम दुःखी संसारी इत्यादि अभिमानं करोति. As said in the Mundakopanishad, samane vrikshe purusho nimagnaha anisaya shochati mugyamanaha. The same vriksha, the two birds were there. One is Purusha, he is immersed just being with himself. Then another bird, which is nothing but the jiva, because of delusion, it gains sorrow, it is deluded, therefore it grieves. Iti shrutehe artaha. Vakshimana sankarya pariharaya vrittam nigamayati. Vakshimanaha is going to be told. Sankarya is sankarasya bhavaha sankarya, mixing. Pariharaya, to avoid, to resolve the error caused due to the mixing. Atma anatma mixed by jiva. So therefore, Vakshimana sankarya pariharaya vrittam nigamayati. वृत्तं निगमयति आचार्यः ईश इति समासतः संक्षेपतः संक्षेपेन इत्यर्थः. That is explained briefly. Vrittam nigamayati means is going to explain, is going to vrittam nigamayati acharyah. Akshemana is going to be told how jiva, because of this mixing up of this atma anatma, forgetting the swarupa of himself, how he has tadatmya bhava with the Shriya Manasangata, that is anatma. Therefore, there is a mix-up, aviveka. So that is the author is going to talk about. So that is Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam. So Vakshyamana Sankarya Pariharaya, in order to avoid the mixing that is going to be talked about. To resolve this error committed due to mixing, the Vrittam Nigamagati Vidyaranya Munihi. The next shloka, Jiva Srishtam, onwards, Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam is going to be talked about. The reference is Saptana Brahmana of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, 151. There's a Brahmana called Saptana Brahmanam, Sapta Anna, 7 foods, Annam. So that Acharya, he quotes here, Saptana Brahmane, refer to that section of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Let us read. Saptana Brahmane Dvaitam Jiva Srishtam Prapanchitam.
सप्तान्न ब्राह्मणे द्वैतं जीवसृष्टं प्रपञ्चितम्
प्रपञ्चितम्
Annani Saptagyanena Karmana Janayat Pitha.
अन्नानि
अन्नानि
सप्तज्ञानेन
सप्तज्ञानेन
कर्मणा
कर्मणा
जनयति
जनयता
Saptana Brahmane Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam Prapanchitam. The Saptana Brahmana, Saptana Srishtehe Varnanam Atra Asmin Brahmane Vartate Tasya Nava Saptana Brahmanam iti Tatra Jiva Srishtam Jivena Nirmitam Dvaitam Prapanchitam. It is explained Vistrutataya Uktam Putra Saptana Brahmane. Saptana Brahmane Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam Prapanchitam. Pita Sapta Jnanena. So Pita Karmana, then Jnanam also is a Jnanena. The Sapta, the word can be written separately. Pita Karmana Sapta Jnanena cha Sapta Annanani, Sapta Annani Ajjanayat. Pita created. Pita Sapta Annani Jnanena Karmana cha Ajjanayat. Here the word Anna meaning Bhogya Padarthaha ityarthaha. Bhogya Padarthaha. It's going to be talked about Saptanna. Saptanna is one is Bhogya Padartha meaning Anna. That is Sapta. Sarva Prani Sadharanam Annam. That is one Annam. Bhutam, second Annam. Prahutam, third Annam. Fourth Annam, Kshiram. Fifth, Manaha. Sixth, Vak. And finally, Pranaha iti evam Sapta Annani. So, Sarva Praninam Sadharana Annam, that is one Annam. Bhutam, Prahutam, two Annams. Kshiram, another Annam. Manaha, Vak, Pranaha, these are other Annatrayam. So, total Sapta Anna. We'll talk about that a little later. So, this Anna, Bhogya Padartha, in fact, it refers to the entire Prapancha, which has become Bhogya Padartha for the Jiva. So, Bhogya Prapancha is what Anna Padartha here. All the objects of experience is called Annam. Annam is that which is eaten, that which is consumed. Therefore, it is object of experience. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. All these are objects of experience. They are called Annam, Jiva Srishtam. It is Srishtam Dvaitam. That is Annam, not Jiva Srishtam, Srishtam Dvaitam. The Srishtam Dvaitam is Annam. So Annam is a technical word, meaning this Bhogya Prapancha is referred to. So in the Saptana Brahmana, the first chapter, Saptana Brahmane, it is Uttam. This Dvaita Prapancha, it is meant for the exhaustion of the karma of the jiva. Therefore, only this Srishtam Jagat is Bhogya Prapancha, this Annam is Bhogya Prapancha. So jiva, every jiva who is born has got a role to play in this Srishti. Every jiva is ordered for the part of the Srishti, the universe. He ordered for the body, that's why he has got a body. He ordered for a certain parentage, certain environment. So therefore, the entire Srishti becomes the order of the jiva. Because of jiva's karma, the Srishti is in keeping with the jiva's order. Jiva asked for it, therefore the Srishti is. Therefore, jiva Srishtam Dvaitam Prapanchitam. Pita Ajanayat. Pita is jivaha. Pita here meaning jivaha iti. You can say Pita also Samashti. Samashti jivaha. Samashti jivaha ajanayat. Jiva ajanayat. Ajanayat is make something to be born, causal form. So jivaha ajanayat. Jiva ordered for this srishti. The sapta anna, the bhogya prapancha, the srishti was ordered by jiva. And also he is ordered by jiva and jiva has got to a very crucial role to play. So therefore Pita, that is samashti jivaha, the entire jiva samoha, jnanena, katam ajanayat jnanena karmanava. By jnanam and karma. Jnanam is what jnanam? Upasana, not jnana meaning jnanam, knowledge. Jnanena ityukte upasanaya, karmana ityukte karma. So Vaidika karma gives the palam of Surga as Bhogya Prapancha. Vaidika karma, then when it is karma, when it is mixed with, done with upasana, it gives Surga as the Bhogya Prapancha. For Jiva who does just only karma, for getting various things, then this Prithvi, this Srishti, which is a Bhogya Prapancha. So Jnana meaning upasana, therefore upasanaya, when the karma is mixed with upasana, then the Bhogya Prapancha is Swarga, etc. Higher loka. When karma alone is done, then this Srishti, this Prasaptana Prapancha, Bhogya Padartha, Bhogya Prapancha. So therefore Jnanena Karmana Jivaha Sapta Annani Ajanayat. He brought about this whole Bhogya Prapancha. He ordered for this. So therefore Jivaha, Samashti Jivaha Ajanayat iti. So in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Yat Saptanani Medaya Tapasa Karmana Ajanayat Pita, that is the Vakyam. Yatika Kara he quotes. So therefore Jivasya Jagat Karanatvam Uchyate. Tatra Pita iti Shabdena Shabdaha Prayuktaha Asti. Therefore Jivaha Karmanaha Upasanasya cha Karta. Upasanayaha Karta. So therefore these two becomes the Karanam for the Jagat Srishti. Nimitta Karanam Bhavati, Karma and Upasana. Upasana also gives palam, karma also gives palam. Whether it is Vaidika karma or Lokika karma, karma gives palam. Therefore, Tadubhayam Nimitta Karanam Bhavati Jagat Srishtau. Jivena Kritanam Karmanam Upasananam Cha Palam Palarupena Yam Srishtihi Bhavati. That is what Saptana Brahmanam. Therefore, Jivaha Saptanani Srishtavan. Iti Saptana Brahmane Uttam. Saptana Brahmane Jiva Srishtam Dvaitam talked about. Now the Tika. Nano Jivasya Dvaita Srashtratve Kim Manam Iti Aha. So Jiva created this Dvaita Prapancha. What is a Manam? What is a Pramanam? You cannot just say like that. What is a Manam? Iti Ashankya. That is doubted. Then it is said. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad in the Brahmana it is told. Therefore, that is the proof that is a Pramanam. सप्तान न इति कथम तत्र प्रपंचितम इति आशंक्य सप्तान शब्द वाच्य द्वैत सृष्टि प्रतिपादकम यत् सप्तान्नानि मेधया तपसा जनयत् पिता इति वाक्यम् अर्थः संगृह्णाति. So katam tatra prapanchitam, how it is explained. If it is doubted, iti ashankya, it is explained. Saptana shabda vachya dvaita srishti pratipadakam. So through the words saptana, the creation of this dvaita prapancha, saptana shabda vachyena, this dvaita srishti pratipadakam. By the word saptana shabda vachyena, this dvaita srishti, the srishti of this dvaita prapancha is meant. How you say, that's a vakya in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Yata Saptanani Medaya Tapasa Ajanayat Pita iti. The 7 foods, Saptana, which the Jiva created. How? By Medhaya Tapasa, through knowledge and karma. In the Shruti, the words are Medhaya and Tapasa. Here the Acharya uses the word Jnanena Karmana. By knowledge, that is Upasana. What is the knowledge here in the Medhaya? The knowledge in the form of Jaya Mesyat. So it like that all the other the knowledge that wishes, icha, medaya, then tapasa by karma, ajanayat, the vakyasya artham grannati. The meaning of that statement of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is presented here. Annani iti pita swadrishtadvara jagat utpadanena sarvaloka palakaha jivaha iti artaha. So annani iti pita. The word pita is, what is the meaning of pita? The jiva swa adrishta dvara, swasya adrishta. Adrishta referring to the papa and punya. Through one's own papa punya, that is a karanam for jagat utpadanam. Therefore, creates the jiva who through its own papa punya, that is becomes the karanam jagat utpadane. So sarvaloka palakaha jivaha bhavati. So jagat utpadanena, then pita meaning father. So in pita meaning father, in some context it is Ishvara, in some context it is Jiva. So therefore the Jiva protects the world. Jiva protects everything. So Sarva Loka Palakaha Jivaha Bhavati. So Jiva becomes the Lokapala of all the lokas. It becomes the protector of all the world. So Jagat Utpadanena, by creating the Jagat through one's own Papa Punya, Jiva protects everything. Sarva Loka Palaka maintains the order of this Srishti. Sarva Loka Palakaha. Because Jiva is ordered, therefore the Jagat is sustained by the Karma Pala of the Jiva, therefore protector. Jivas are the protector. Jiva is the protector of this Jagat. Iti Uktam. The Tikakara says. Then what are those 7 foods? That is said. Simple shloka it is. We will read that. The 7 foods Saptanam. What are those 7 annam? That is presented here. Let us read. Martyanamekam devane dve pashvannam chaturthakam.
मर्त्यान्नमेकं देवाने द्वे
मर्त्यान्नमेकं
पश्वन्नं चतुर्थकम्
चतुर्थकम्
अन्यत्रतयमात्मार्थभन्नानां विनियोजनम्.
यत्कृतयमात्मार्थं मन्नानां विनियोजनम्
विनियोजनम्
सप्तानमिति पूर्वश्लोके उक्तं. सप्तान्नं, सप्तान्नम्, अन्नानि, तानि कानि इति पृच्छेत्. Then it is said, in the Saptana Brahmana itself it is said, Ekamस्य sadharanam dve devan abhajayat trini atmane akuruta pashubhyaha ekam prayachata iti. That is saptana, 7 foods. Martyanam ekam. One is martyanam. Martyaha. Martyaha iti ukte jivaha iti arthaha. So martyaha, jivaha, or another meaning also possible. Martyaha can refer into those people who have gone, forefathers. That is also possible, but that meaning is not taken. Possible. That also it can give. Nothing wrong. Martyana. That is the food of the Pitras means, or the food of the Martyaha means human beings mortal. Marana Yogyaha Martyaha. Therefore, food of the beings, human beings, you can say Martyanam. That is one food. Then Devane Dve. So one is the food of all the Manushyas, Martyaha, who is subject to mortality. So therefore that is Sadharanam Annam, referring to all that which are Martyaha. Then Martyasya Annam. Then Devas, they are for them two types of Annam. So first Anna is Sarva Prani Sadharana Annam. Second two Annams, the next two Annams, it is for Devas. Utam and Prahutam, what is offered. Utam and Prahutam, these are the two Annams. Then third Annam, the Chaturtakam, the fourth one. The three Annams over. Now Chaturtakam, fourth Annam is Kshiram, that is for the Pashu, for the animals. Chaturtakam. Anyata Tritayam, the rest three. The rest, the three Annam, Tritayam, Atma Artham, that is Jivartham. Atma is in the reflexive pronoun here. So that is Atmanam, Atmartham Annanam Viniyojanam. Atmartham Annanam Viniyojanam, that three Anna, the last three. Anyat Tritayam. Tritayam, the Tripakaram Annam. Acharya will say in the next shloka, in the Upanishad it is said, Vak, Manaha, Vak, Pranaha, mind, speech, and the Prana. The three are the Atmartham Annana Viniyojanam. The Tripakaram Annam, Swasya Prayojanaya, Swasya Kasya Jivasya, Prayojanaya iti. Atmartham is Artha. Artha is Prayojanam. Atmartha is Swasya Artha. Therefore, Swasya Prayojanaya, the Tritayam Annam, the three Anna, which is Manaha, Vak, and Pranaha. Iti Saptananam Viniyojanam Upayogaha Uktamasti. Tika. This is what the simple meaning of the shloka is. Then Tika says, Nanu Annasaptaka Sarjanam Kimartamiti Ashankya Tad Viniyog Yogaha Api Ekamasya Sadharanam Dve Devan Abhajayat. Two annams which are shared by Devas. Trini Atmane Kuruta Pashubhyaha Ekam Prayachat Iti Vakyena Uktaha Aha Iti the Vakyam, which is Brahdaranyaka Upanishad Vakyam Uktya Asti. So Sadharana Prani, Sadharana Annam, that is Ekam as Sadharana Annam. Second Annam, which is for the Deva, two Annams. So total three. Fourth one is Chaturtakam, which is Kshiram for the Pashu. The Anyata Tritayam, the last three, Manaha, Vak, Pranaha, it is the Annam of the Jiva. Atmatam, Swasyartam, Jivasyartam, it is Viniyogaha, Upayogaha, Bhavati iti. So iti anena, that Vak, Manaha, and speech, iti anena, in the form of, that is Annam, which is in the form of speech, mind, and Prana. Iti, it is totally, there are 7 the foods, Saptanani, the 7 foods. One is a common food, the general food which one eats. So iti arabhya. Dvitiya annam is for the annam of the devas. Tritiyam annam. Trini atmane kuruta. It is for once. Atmane akuruta. Pashubhyaha ekam. Iti Upanishad says. But Acharya here has changed that the order. Then Viniyojanam Uttam iti Sheshaha. Viniyojanam Uttam iti Sheshaha. Viniyojanam is distribution. Upayogaha ityartaha. Viniyojanam. Viniyojanam Uttam iti. The distribution. How it is distributed. Iti Uktaha. That is what is explained here in the Bhagavaranyaka Upanishad. The next shloka, it is further elaborated, all this annam. We'll see that in the next class. So based on that, Jivasashtadvaitam is going to be explained. Up to 31. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಶಶಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Dhanyavada.
Thank you, small talk.
Yeah.
What's the difference with Tadatmyam and Sankariyam? Both are mixing up.
Tadatmya and Sankarya. Sankarya is Sankarasya Bhavaha, mixing up. Tadatmya is Avivana with the Sharimana Sangata. Yes, in one way it is same only. In one way it is same. Tadatmya Bhavaha is Atmanaha Bhavaha. That is associating that Anatma with oneself. That is Tat Atma iti Tadatmya Bhavaha. Atmanaha Bhavaha Tadatmyam. What is Atma? The Sharimana Sangata, which is Anatma, which is taken to be Atma, that is Tadatmya Bhavaha. Sankaryam is mixing up. So mixing Atma to be Anatma. So it means Anatma will enjoy for those who mix up. Anatma enjoying the property of Atma, therefore Anatma is Chetanavata Drishyate. Anatma is, which is never subject to Janma or Maranam. But it is taken to be born, it is taken to be gone. That is mixing up. So therefore the dharmas get transferred in mixing up of this two. That is Sankaryam.
Okay.
So in one way it is same only.
Of Atma, yeah. Atma valiya sonna Sankariyam and ippi sonna apdi.
Jiva is sonna Sankaryam. Jiva mix up. Therefore Sankaryam, Sankarasya Bhavaha Sankaryam. And Tadatmya Bhavaha that is also because of the Tadatmya, Jiva takes himself to be a mortal, deluded, therefore mortal. Takes himself to be a mortal being. The Tadatmya Bhavaha is because of mixing up. You can say like that. If you want to give a distinction, this Tadatmya Bhavaha, taking Anatma to be Atma, it is because of mixing up Atma and Anatma. Sankarya Tadatmya Bhavaha. We can say like that. One is the cause, other one is the effect. Find difference.
Okay.
Sankarya Tadatmya Bhavaha iti.
Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
It comes even Mandukya aliyum varudhu.
Yes.
I just saw.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Dhanyavad.